Every Christmas, thousands of gun owners make one silent mistake, and it turns a peaceful holiday into a legal nightmare. It always starts the same way: a quick drive to visit family in another state, Christmas party where the alcohol flows just a little too easily, a gift handed to someone who shouldn't have it. Not yet, not legally, a firearm left inside a car, a purse, or a guest room, just for a moment. And that one moment of comfort, that one moment where you trust the environment, is all it takes for everything to flip upside down. Because suddenly, you're facing charges. Confiscation, a permanent mark on your record, or worse, the loss of your rights. Most gun owners never see it coming. Not because they're careless, but because December is full of hidden legal traps, the kind that turn innocent holiday traditions into dangerous situations. December is one of the most dangerous months of the year for lawful gun owners. Not because of violent crime, but because of normal holiday behavior that becomes illegal when firearms are involved. And today, we're breaking down the top 10 Christmas mistakes that can ruin your holiday, your record, and your rights, if you're not careful. Pay very close attention to mistake number 8, something countless gun owners, people just like you, will do without thinking this December. And many end up in handcuffs because of it. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so you never miss the updates that protect you and your family. And while you're here, like and share this video, it helps more gun owners stay safe this Christmas. Let's begin. Mistake number 10. Crossing state lines with the wrong firearm or wrong setup. Christmas means traveling, road trips, airports, stopping at hotels, visiting family across state lines. And this is where one of the biggest disasters happens. You pack your bags. You load the family into the car. You secure your firearm the way you always do, the way that's perfectly legal in your state. But the moment your wheels cross an invisible line on the highway, the laws change. What was legal at home becomes a misdemeanor here, or a felony there. Different states have different rules about magazine capacity, ammunition type, transporting loaded versus unloaded, case type, storage position, whether the gun and ammo must be separated, whether you can stop along the way, and whether your carry permit means anything at all. Imagine this. You're driving from Texas to California to visit family. In Texas, everything is fine, and Arizona, your setup is still legal. But once you cross that California border, your magazine becomes illegal. Your setup becomes illegal. Your transport method becomes illegal. You didn't fire your gun. You didn't threaten anyone. You didn't even touch it. You just drove. But that's enough. One wrong state line can turn you into a criminal before you even reach your Christmas destination. And if you think that's bad, mistake number 9 is even sneakier, because it happens inside the homes you trust the most. Mistake number 9. Leaving your firearm unsecured in a relative's house. Christmas means visiting family, grandparents, siblings, cousins, everyone under one roof. But here's where the legal danger spikes. You are now inside someone else's property, and inside their property, you may not have legal control over your firearm anymore. Think about this scenario. You arrive at your cousin's house, kids running around, people coming in and out of rooms. Someone drops their coat on top of your bag. Someone else moves your luggage to make space. Nephew opens the bag out of curiosity. The teenager finds the pistol. Relative afraid of guns panics. You didn't do anything wrong intentionally. You didn't hand your gun to a prohibited person. But in some states, merely leaving a firearm accessible inside a home where minors are present is a crime. Even if it's your firearm, it's legal. You didn't hand it to anyone. The minor only touched it for a moment. Nobody was harmed. And here's where it gets worse. Some states hold the gun owner responsible if a minor could reasonably access the firearm, even if they didn't touch it. You can get charged, fined, sued, or held liable for any injury or incident. All because you trusted a house full of relatives and forgot that your rights and your responsibilities follow you wherever your firearm goes. But if you think this is dangerous, mistake number 8 is the one nearly every gun owner will make this December. Even experienced ones. Even responsible ones. And it has cost people their rights, their money, and even their freedom. This next one is the trap waiting for almost everyone. Mistake number 8. Carrying while drinking at Christmas parties. Christmas parties are supposed to be fun. Laughter. Music. Food everywhere. Friends and family catching up after a long year. Everyone handing you a drink, saying, "Relax, it's the holidays." And that's exactly where the trap is waiting. Because here's the brutal truth. You don't have to be drunk to get arrested. You don't even have to be holding the gun in many states. The presence of alcohol plus the presence of a firearm equals a crime. Let's paint the picture. You walk into a Christmas party carrying legally. You have one drink. Just one. You're not impaired, you're not slurring, you're not irresponsible, you're doing what millions of adults do every holiday season. Then someone at the party gets into an argument. Voices get loud. Someone calls the police. Officers arrive and ask everyone questions. Then they see your firearm and smell alcohol on your breath. At that moment, everything changes. Because the officer doesn't need to prove you were drunk, in many states, they only need to see a firearm, alcohol consumption, and a situation during which the gun could have been involved. That is enough to arrest you, enough to charge you, enough to confiscate your firearm, enough to suspend or revoke your permit. And if, God forbid, you have to defend yourself at that party, even if the shoot is 100% justified, if alcohol is involved, your entire case is now compromised. Prosecutors will use it against you. Judges will use it against you. The media will destroy you. And your rights may hang by a thread. That's why many gun owners say, if I'm carrying, I'm not drinking. That if I'm drinking, I'm not carrying. Not because they're scared, but because they understand how fast a Christmas party can turn into a courtroom. But as dangerous as that is, mistake number 7 is even more innocent, and far more common. It's something people do out of kindness, out of generosity, out of holiday spirit. And it's one of the fastest ways to lose your gun rights forever. Mistake number 7. Letting someone else handle your gun as a Christmas gift test. This one destroys lives quietly. Picture this. You bought a firearm as a Christmas gift for your spouse, your brother, or your adult child. You're excited, they're excited. You want them to test it, feel it, hold it, get used to it before Christmas morning. So you hand the gun to them. They rack the slide. They check the safety. They feel the weight. They say, wow, thank you, this is perfect. It feels harmless. It feels responsible. It feels like bonding. But in many states, that simple act is a straw transfer. Yes, even between spouses, siblings, adult children, longtime friends, people you trust completely. Here's the legal bomb most people forget. The moment you hand that firearm to someone who is not the official, legal owner on paper, you have transferred possession, even if it's only for a few seconds. And if they don't have a valid FOID or permit, are waiting for their permit to be processed, are prohibited without telling you, or are in a state with strict transfer laws, you can face federal charges, state charges, massive fines, permanent loss of gun rights, and in extreme cases, prison. All because you acted out of holiday kindness. There are gun owners right now, good people, facing felony charges because they handed a gun to someone in their own living room for just a minute to show them their Christmas gift early. But if you think that mistake is scary, mistake number 6 is worse, because you might not even know you're doing it. It's the trap hiding inside your car, your luggage, and your Christmas shopping bags. And it has ruined more Christmas holidays than any other mistake on this list. Mistake number 6. Leaving a firearm in your car during holiday shopping. Christmas shopping is stressful. Stores packed. Lines long. Parking lots overflowing. You run in to grab a gift, or maybe a few last-minute items. You've got your firearm legally secured in your car. Locked case. Glove compartment. Trunk dot, or maybe you think it's hidden under the seat. Everything seems fine. But here's the danger. Some states consider leaving a firearm unattended in a vehicle a crime, even if it's locked. Some jurisdictions define your car as an extension of your home. Some police departments will seize firearms on site if they believe the gun is not properly secured. And it only takes one scenario. Someone sees your car. A stranger calls the police. An officer walks up and smells alcohol from your shopping stop, or sees something suspicious in your car. Boom. Even though you didn't touch your firearm, even though no one was harmed, even though it's legal in most places, you can still face confiscation, citations, or charges. And the holidays make it worse. Security is tighter. Officers are more vigilant around crowded malls and shopping centers. Mistakes are magnified during December. Christmas shopping seems harmless, until a small oversight ruins your holiday, your record, or your rights. And if you think leaving a gun in the car is dangerous, mistake number 5 is something nearly every gun owner does at home, in what they assume is the safest place of all. It's innocent. It's normal. But it's one of the fastest ways to turn a holiday into a legal disaster. Mistake number 5. Improper storage around guests and children. You're home for the holidays. The tree is lit. The stockings are hung. Friends and family are visiting. Your firearm is in the house. You might keep it in a nightstand, a closet, or even on a counter, just for now. You think, everyone here knows me. Everyone here is trustworthy. And that's exactly where the danger hides. Many gun owners forget that responsibility doesn't pause for the holidays. Even temporary access by a curious teen or a visiting friend can be considered negligent storage. Even 1 minute of inattention can be criminal in some states. Even if nothing happens, legal liability remains, and it can be catastrophic. Picture this. A young cousin reaches for a snack. A friend moves your bag to help decorate. A pet knocks something over. And suddenly, your firearm is accessible. If the authorities discover this, even without an accident, you can be fined. You can face charges. You can lose your gun rights. And unfortunately, this mistake makes it into headlines every holiday season. You don't need to make an active decision to break the law. Just trusting your environment isn't enough. And if that seems scary, mistake number 4 is the one most gun owners don't even realize exists. It's hiding in plain sight. In your gifts, your parties, even in the way you travel. One slip, and it can ruin your Christmas faster than anyone expects. Mistake number 4. Giving firearms as gifts without following the law. It's Christmas morning. The tree is sparkling. The kids are excited. And you think, what better gift than a firearm for a loved one? It seems innocent, thoughtful, generous. But here's the danger most gun owners forget. Transferring a firearm as a gift without following the proper legal channels is a felony in many states. Even if the person receiving it is family member, an adult, someone you trust implicitly, the law doesn't care. Many gun owners hand over a firearm temporarily for Christmas. They show how it works. They wrap it. They call it a surprise. And they think, it's just a gift. What could go wrong? But if the recipient doesn't have a valid license, is in another state with stricter rules, or the firearm is not registered properly, you've just committed a crime. Prosecutors don't need intent. They only need the transfer point, one innocent holiday moment. And suddenly, your Christmas turns into a legal nightmare. And if you think giving a gift is risky, mistake number 3 will shock you, because it can happen in your own home, silently, without anyone knowing, until it's too late. Mistake number 3, mixing firearms and holiday stress, accidental discharge. The holidays are chaotic. Shopping, cooking, parties, last-minute travel. Stress levels are high. Many gun owners make one critical mistake. They handle firearms when stressed, distracted, or rushed. You might think, I know my gun. I've handled it 1,000 times. But stress clouds judgment. Fatigue slows reaction. Distractions make mistakes inevitable. Imagine this scenario. You're decorating, tidying up, multitasking. Your firearm is on the counter for a quick check, silently destroying their protection this holiday season. You're interrupted. Someone knocks. In a split second, the firearm discharges. Nobody was supposed to be harmed. It wasn't intentional. But accidental discharges can result in severe criminal and civil liability, especially if someone is injured. Even a small mistake can cost thousands in legal fees, fines, or permanent damage to your record. And if that seems extreme, mistake number 2 is something most gun owners think is safe, but it's silently destroying their protection this holiday season. Mistake number 2, failing to check local laws before travel or partying. It seems simple. You're traveling, visiting family, or attending a party. You assume your firearm laws follow you everywhere. Wrong. Each state, city, and even some counties have unique rules. Magazine limits, concealed carry permits, transport regulations, holiday exceptions. One misstep, parking your car, entering a venue, or carrying into a relative's home, and you could be breaking the law without even knowing it. Even experienced gun owners overlook this. One friend went from a legal carry state to a stricter city. She didn't check local ordinances, and suddenly she was facing charges for simple possession. Ignorance isn't a defense in court. Point 1. Overlooked law can ruin your holiday, your reputation, and your rights. And if you think checking the law is tedious, mistake number 1 is the ultimate holiday trap. It's the one mistake that makes every other mistake worse. It's silent, deadly, and almost everyone makes it without realizing. But before we continue, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Like this video, share it with fellow gun owners, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Mistake number 1. Overconfidence in your knowledge and assumptions. Here it is, the big one. You've survived the other 9 mistakes. You've traveled safely, stored your firearm, avoided accidental discharges, followed most of the rules. And then, you assume, I know the law. This is safe. Nothing will happen to me. Overconfidence is the number 1 mistake. Because the law is complicated, constantly changing, and even the most experienced gun owners get caught off guard. A permit that was valid yesterday may be restricted today. A state law you learned last year might be updated. What you think is safe behavior could still violate a new local ordinance. Overconfidence leads to overlooked risks, misjudged scenarios, legal nightmares that could have been prevented. Every Christmas, overconfidence is the silent trap that turns a festive season into a disaster. If you think avoiding these 10 mistakes is enough, think again. There are new laws coming in 2026 that will make even careful gun owners vulnerable this holiday season. In our next video, we'll break down the hidden legal traps every gun owner must know for the new year 2026, before it's too late. So hit subscribe, like, and share to make sure you're protected, and don't become the next cautionary tale.